Good afternoon, Optavians and Medifasters. Welcome to Medifast Mondays. My name is Donna. I'm an independent Optavia coach, and I'm here to share with you some of my favorite lean and greens and fueling hacks. So what I'm going to make right now is lemon chicken. I have 2 chicken breasts trimmed of all visible fat, and I have them sliced. So that's what I'm going to use for the lemon chicken. I'm going to go ahead and turn my pan on because I want it to start getting hot. Just what temperature? Let's see, let's do that. The medium on this sets at 275, which I think is a little bit hot. So I'm going to turn it down to about 220 for now. So while that's getting warm, I am going to hit this chicken with a little salt, kosher salt. And again, just a pinch. Don't use that much because your serving of salt is, for a full condiment, I think is a 1/4 teaspoon or something, 1/2 teaspoon. I don't know. Just don't get carried away with salt, okay? So that was salt on there, and then I'm going to put some pepper. So a little dash of pepper. Okay, and a little bit of garlic powder. Not that much. Just a little. There we go. Okay, garlic. And then I'm also going to put just a little bit of oregano. I like oregano. Just a pinch, and pinch, pinch, pinch. Not very much. Okay. Okay. And in my pan, I am going to put 2 teaspoons of lemon flavored olive oil, or lemon olive oil. I don't know if yeah, lemon flavored olive oil. Okay. I'm looking for my teaspoon measure. I'll be right back. Oh crap, there it is. It was buried. Still the fallout from the last recipe. Okay, 2 teaspoons lemon flavored olive oil. And this is really good. I like all the olive oils, the flavored ones, but again, you got to measure them because this is going to count as a healthy fat. This is going to be 2 servings, so just make sure you're counting everything correctly, okay? If you need help, to contact your coach. If you don't have a coach, let me know. I'm happy to help you. Otherwise, just, enjoy the recipe and So, let's let that get heated up. And you can really smell the lemon in the olive oil. It smells really good. Okay. So I am going to just drop the chicken. Whoops, I dropped my towel. I'm going to just drop the chicken in the pan. I'm going to season the other side too as we go. So let me get this in and then we'll get the other side of it seasoned. Strips, you could leave this whole. I just prefer to put, strips in it because it just cooks a little better and it's easier to, to measure with it sliced up. Ooh, smell that lemon. Smells good. Okay. Let me give my hands a quick wash here so I can get the seasoning measured out to the other side. Okay, and again, I'm just going to hit it with just a touch of salt. I would estimate that was, I don't know, it wasn't even close to a 16th, probably, whatever, 32nd, I don't know. Just don't get carried away. Little pepper. Okay. Little oregano. I used up all my garlic that was in that little dish. and just a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit of garlic. See, that's how much I have in my hand. I'm probably not even going to use all of that. Okay, I want just enough, just a hint to flavor it. I am going to put some lost my train of thought. Totally went. I'll think of it in a second. I don't know. Okay. My phone's ringing. I hope this doesn't jack it. Okay. See, last time I was making a recipe that you guys haven't seen yet, because in the middle of it, my phone rang, I answered it, and it blew my video. So anyway, I'll redo that one eventually. So this, I don't really want to cook the chicken all the way. I just want to get it browned on both sides so that we can add our other ingredients to mix this, to make the sauce. So, cooking very nicely. Just let this brown up a little bit, and then I'm going to take it out, put it on a plate, and then we'll work on the sauce. I need to grab a plate. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm still in my workout clothes. I rode my bike for an hour and a half this morning trying to make up for all the damage I did when we were wine tasting this weekend. But, you know, I'll get back into it. And again, when you do stuff like that and you do things that are, you know, kind of off plan, just make sure that you get right back on it and just get right back down to business, okay? We're all human. Everybody has indiscretions and things of that nature, but just make sure you're not letting it get away from you, okay? That's the key. So the chicken is browning up very nicely. I'm just going to turn it over. Come on. And again, because I'm going to put this back once I get the sauce built, I'll put the chicken back in there, cover it with the lid, and cook it so it'll, you know, it'll still be nice and moist. It'll retain its moisture, and plus it'll be, you know, be good and done, because Lord knows you don't want to eat raw chicken, right? Yeah. Anyway, so see, don't beep. Focus. It's lost focus again. There it goes. It's misbehaved. So anyway, that's what we're looking for, is the chicken to be good and brown. Okay. Should just take another second on that. So while the chicken is finishing, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off, because, you know, I'm trying not to waste so much time, because y'all don't want to hear me ramble anyway. I don't know. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my chicken's all cooked. I mean, again, we're going to stick it back in, so if it's not cooked all the way, don't worry about it. You don't want to overcook it. So anyway, chicken's done. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to, my pan's still hot, I'm going to deglaze the pan with about a half a cup of chicken broth. It's going to be just a touch more because this is almost empty, and I'm not sticking mayonnaise back in the fridge for 2 teaspoons of chicken broth. So, anyway, okay, there's that, and that should, that's all right. So, like I said, just kind of deglaze the pan, get all the little crispy critter things, because that's where all the flavor is, all that, whatever it's called, frond, I think, I don't know. So, also in that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of capers. I love capers. Your allowance on capers for a condiment is like 2 tablespoons. And again, this is two servings, so You're not getting the full condiment of the capers. And then I'm also going to put in 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. 1 teaspoon is typically about a clove, so you want to look at it that way. Okay, teaspoon of minced garlic. Now, traditionally, I would put some butter in this, and the chicken would have been breaded in flour, but this is like the lightened up version. So this one, it's actually pretty good. Pretty good. So there's that. Let's just let that simmer for a minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. So I'm going to... This is a pretty juicy lemon, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to get 2 teaspoons out of half of it. We'll see. Okay. Shit, I just dunked my spoon. Hang on, I'll be back. Now I'm out of paper towels. Oh well, I'll use towels, no biggie. Okay, so this is cooking up nicely. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Try my best not to get seeds in there, but you know what? If I do, I don't care. I guess it's extra fiber. I don't know. That second one was just a little bit short, so I'm going to put a little bit more in there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I know that we're not supposed to have alcohol, but I'm going to put just a little bit of white wine in that, just to give it a little flavor. The alcohol's going to cook out. And again, don't dump the whole freaking bottle in there, just a little tiny bit. I think probably I'm going to use, I would say no more than 2 tablespoons at the most. And again, this is just to give it a little bit more flavor. This is a Riesling. If you're cooking with wine, if you won't drink it, don't cook with it. I mean, seriously, why would you buy a nasty wine to cook with if you're not going to drink it? Okay? So, anyway. 1, 2 tablespoons. And then I'll seal that up. This I opened like months ago. So, anyway. Usually, I'm not a big fan of white wine. So, usually if I have white wine around, it's what I cook with. The red wine is my favorite. So, anyway. Love red wine. Although some of the, I did get, when we were wine tasting this weekend, I got a peach mango sparkling wine that was to die for. It was like eating a fresh peach. It was so good. So again, I'm saving that for my barbecue, but that's going to be really good. Chilled, yum. I even thought about marinating some peaches in it, but anyway, we can't talk about that here because we're not supposed to have fruit, so. But for barbecue, if I'm feeding somebody else, you betcha. Okay, so this is smelling good. It's smelling very lemony, and then you get the tartness of the capers. I love capers. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put the chicken back in there, cover this up, and just let it cook for a little bit, and cook down and let the sauce reduce and the chicken get good and done. And you know what? I'm just going to do that. There we go. Everybody in the pool. No sense in trying to be fancy schmancy about it. So anyway, there's that. And then what else? Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take I have a half a lemon left. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a couple thin slices and then toss those in there too, just to get a little extra flavoring, and then you get the flavoring from the lemon peel and the zest and stuff. So it's plus you don't have to worry about what am I going to do with this half a lemon, right? Okay. So there's that. I'm just going to put that in there, and then make sure we've got. Okay. There's that. I'm going to reduce the heat down to 170 because I don't want to like boil it, because if you put meat in boiling sauce, it just cooks. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to kind of gently like simmer it. 170 is good. So anyway, I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes and then I'll be back. And then I'll show you what this looks like when it's done. I would serve this with, and I'm going to have this for dinner tonight, but it's like I just ate the gnocchi that I just made, so it's not time to eat. But I would serve this over a bed of spring mix. I'd weigh out my chicken because this is lean-est, so it's 7 ounces of chicken, and then I'd weigh out the chicken and I would put that on top of the cold spring mix, and then take half of the sauce and drizzle that over the top, and then you get kind of a wilted lettuce effect. It's really good like that. And then I would also serve it with, depending on how many more greens I had, I would serve it with a small salad or some steamed vegetables, and it's actually really good. And you don't really, because you have a sauce with it, you don't need anything to dip it in, and the chicken is going to be very moist from the just cooking it like this. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute and we'll take a look at this and see how it looks. Oops, and I'm still recording. Ooh. Okay, so if you watched my earlier video, the gnocchi one, we're dog sitting today. I'll link that video up here. But Hansi came downstairs. I gotta show him to you. He's just so cute. Come here, Hans. Come here. Come here. I want you to say hi to everybody. Come here. Look, up there. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest face you've ever seen? He's so cute. See, he's a good boy too. He's a good boy, huh? All right, I'll put you down. Okay. So the cat's also here. We might have a hiss fest going on, but we'll see. Don't eat the cat food. It's not good for you. Let me wash my hands. Get the dog off me. So one day he came over, before I got my fence repaired. There used to be like a hole in the fence, and he'd just like come over and poop in my yard usually. But he came over one time through the fence, and then he came in the back door. I let him in, and he was kind of hanging out, and he went up to the cat. The cat clawed him in the nose. He went home so fast, it was amazing. He just like out the door he went, and he didn't come back for a couple weeks. But now the fence is fixed and he can't get through. He only gets to come over when his mom brings him. So anyway, that's our Hans. He's very cute. He's very cute. Huh? Are you bored? Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. This is almost done. Okay, so my chicken's done. I'm going to take it out of the pan. I'm going to put it in my steamer because, like I said, I'm having this for dinner tonight, so it's not something I'm going to eat right now. So I'll put it in my steamer, and then when it's time to eat, I'll warm it up in the microwave. But if you're going to do meat in the microwave, like warm it up, make sure you use some type of steamer so your food doesn't get all dried up. Because then, with your lean and green being the only real, the meal where you get all the food and stuff, you don't want to have it crappy. I mean, really, come on. It just makes for a very disappointing supper if you have, overcooked chicken or whatever kind of meat because you stuck it in the microwave too long and then it's like rubber. Rah, rah, rah. Anyway, I rambled. Sorry. So I am just going to pour that chicken or put the chicken into that little pan thing. And then again, I'll weigh this out into a 7-ounce serving for me. And then Anthony will just get whatever's left. I'm going to put the lemons in there too, just because they're going to have the flavor. But once I plate this, I'll take those lemons out. Okay. Eat. And then, so here's the sauce. So this is going to be 2 servings of sauce, so I would split that in 2, and then like I said, just pour it right over the chicken. If you don't want to put it on a bed of like the spring mix or something like that, that's fine. It's however you want to eat it. So I'm just going to pour this in here. Shouldn't be using the fork on that. Ruin my pan. But I do want to get all the goodness out of there because there's a bunch of chunks of garlic that I want on mine. So I'm going to scrape all of that out of there. Okay. There it is. Lemon chicken. I hope you enjoy this. I know I like this. This is one of the first recipes I did when I started on the plan. It's like, oh, what can I do? Because, I just got, I don't know, you get bored with, I've said a million times, you get bored with stuff and then nothing good happens. But this this is really good, and hopefully this will be one of your go-to recipes. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, my information is down below. Give me a holler. Let me know how you like it, if you tried it. Again, make sure you're running all of this by your coach if you're having trouble figuring it out. I'm not just going to assume that you all need help figuring this stuff out, but if you do, know that the coach is available and they can help you. That's what they're there for. They're there to be your support system. If you just wing it and say, oh, well, let me use a tablespoon of this and a tablespoon of that, you're not following the plan properly. So please, just make sure you're checking and know what you're doing as far as condiments are concerned. That's what I meant. Anyway, so hope you like it, and I will see you all next week. Have a great week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week, but you know me, I'll give it some thought and then figure it out. So talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Have a good week. Bye.